All right. Happy Whiskey Wednesday. It is the Bourbon Cowboy and the Whiskey Wednesday Posse. We got Gopher in the house, and there's just Mark.
Hey, happy Whiskey Wednesday.
So we are doing today the Barrell Foundation Bourbon. Okay, so this is the first release from Barrell. I don't know if you guys know this. That is not a cask strength.
Not really?
Yeah. So that was kind of surprising to me when I heard that. I was like, really? So first time they've ever released a non-cask strength whiskey of any kind. Okay.
And it's bottled. Is it bottled and bond?
It is not, but it is 100 proof. It's 5 years old. And we'll talk about that. You know, there's a range. Some of the juice in here is a little older than 5 years, but it's 5 years as a minimum, because it is a blend of a number of different barrels.
Of course.
So yeah. So actually, this is a blend from we got it from Kentucky. It's an 8-year-old whiskey. Indiana, 5, 6, and 9-year-old whiskey. Tennessee, 8-year-old whiskey, and Maryland, which I found to be interesting, at 5 and 6-year-olds. So Kentucky usually have Barton as your source. Usually Indiana usually have MGP. Tennessee usually have Dickel. I don't know what they're using in Maryland. So that's an interesting question to be asked and answered. But so we got a mash bill on this of 73% corn, 23% rye, and a 4% malted barley. So it's a fairly high rye in the mash bill. And like I said, 5 years old. Here it is. Again, it's the Barrell Foundation, they're calling it. 5-year-old blend of whiskey from 4 different states. Really one of the best blenders in the business. So
very creative.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so what do you guys do? Give it a try.
All right.
All right, so smells pretty good, actually.
It does.
It's got a lot of aroma. Who wants to take a shot on the nose?
I'm getting a little like cut grass.
Okay.
Little something like that. Little spice, not some crazy. Like doesn't smell. And then there's something a little sweet. I'm not able to place any of the things, but let me give it a taste.
Maybe it's the corn.
It's spicy. It's like a peppercorn spice. And then I can't place that other taste.
All right. Well, maybe
So yeah,
we can help you
drawing a blank there.
All right. What say you there, Gopher?
I got like a cherry Halls. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that cherry Halls, because you got like it's gonna smell like that. It is a sweet smell in there also. Let's see what we got here. Looks a little warmer than I thought it was going to be.
That's a good thing.
Actually, I think it tastes like a cherry Halls.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. I got a little cherry, a little sweetness behind it.
It is mentholy, like it is. That's the.
Yeah, so I got a cherry Halls here. It's kind of weird.
All right.
Oh, my nose will be working later.
And it'll clear up that cough you had too, maybe. All right, yeah. So I can tell you that definitely the nose has changed from when we first opened it. I wasn't getting a lot of notes when we first opened it, but I can buy a cherry note on this. It's also really kind of honey, not honey on the nose. Very sweet.
Cherry honey Halls.
Maybe a honey Halls too. Yeah. Wow, that changed a lot.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, that changed a lot. We talk about it every week, but boy, you really got to open up your bottle and let it breathe to really get the good stuff out of it. Because I was not, just being honest, I was not in love with this when we first cracked it. But First of all, it's got some great legs. You might be able to pick up. It's got a nice amber color. Very fruity. Again, I get honey, a little melon, a little cherry, but almost like maybe even like a little peach. It's a real basket of fruit.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that last little bit, I'm telling you, I think it's just like sucking on a horse.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from. The finish on this definitely is rye forward. It's spicy. I would say, peppercorn.
Yeah.
Peppercorn spice, more than a baking spice, but very good. I mean, I like this. It's well balanced. I think that at 100 proof, it's
It's a little higher.
Yeah, it definitely is warming me up on a cold night, which I like. So to do that at 100 proof, I'm happy about it. I think it might drink a little over.
Yeah.
There's one word I won't use for this is smooth. I don't think it's smooth, but I think it's got a lot of character and very tasty, very fruity. I like it. I'm really glad we went back to this.
I like it
because it really, really changed in a good way. All right, so what are we supposed to be getting on the nose? Yeah, so they say on the nose, honey, candied strawberry, dark cherry, grilled cantaloupe. Okay.
Yeah.
Lavender, and then they go on and on. They say cocoa, brown butter. I didn't get that. Hazelnut, burst of lemon, lime zest. So that's just the nose. On the palate, they're suggesting maple pecan, which I did not pick up. Dark chocolate, which I did not pick up, and cinnamon. With some, again, we see the tiramisu, and some lemongrass and lemon zest and creamy. It's in the finish, creamy and sweet, emphasizing the cinnamon toffee vanilla pudding. So I found it to be more fruity than this is. This seems like a more of a confectioner's sweet, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of a fruity sweet. Where'd that bottle go?
Right here.
Oh, okay. The gopher took it.
He's getting a little drunk.
I gotta get just a little bit more of this before we give our rating. If anybody else wants some, here it is. Just so you guys know, the price point on this is right around $55 MSRP, which is cheap for a banana product.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be around 80.
Yeah, and so I think that this name they're giving it as Foundation. I think that this is supposed to be sort of a constant. It's going to be readily available. But I like it. I think at that price point, I'm definitely happy with what's in the glass. So we'll go back to Mark here for his overall rating on this bottle.
With the price point and everything, I would say this is like a 7.
Okay.
I would say probably around a 7. I think it's really for what you're getting for $55 is pretty high quality bourbon.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's I'm thinking a 7.
Right. 7. Okay.
What do you say, go for it?
I'm going to go back with a 6 on this.
Okay.
The price point I do like. I like this a little bit better. I'm not comparing the two, but I'm saying it's kind of. I think it's smoother. I do like that. What I call it. Paul's taste. It's kind of weird, but I like it.
You must like cough drops.
I could suck on them all day. I just don't buy them. Flavor's good. I'm going to go with a 6.
All right. Well, no, I think I'm going to agree with the you guys here on some things. I think the color is it's really interesting. It's like I think an amber. It's lighter than most, but
honey.
yeah, it's really it's got like a brightness to it. Yeah, it's almost like it's like hard to describe. It's not dark, but it's bright. It's like this bright color to it. And the nose is really fantastic. Getting a lot of fruit in there, just a lot of fruit. Again, I think cherry. I think that there's some melon in there, and I love the honey that I keep picking up.
Sweet.
It's sweet, but it's not an artificial sweet.
No,
it's like a natural sweet. Yeah.
It's not that where your teeth feel like they're falling out.
Right.
And it sticks in your mouth. It does stick in your mouth. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, as I said, it's got great legs. I'll agree with the creamy mouthfeel. But it does have a real flavor. It is a little zesty. Again, a little lemon zest. But again, the honey, the melon, the cherry, and I think the note that I pick up on the palate now that I wasn't getting before is that lemon zest. It is zesty. Nice pour. I get very little cinnamon on the back end. It's more of a spicy pepper.
Yeah,
peppery finish. Either way, it's great. I just, for me, I think it's more of a pepper, but it's definitely unmistakably a rye finish. So I like it a lot. I think I'm going to go. You know what? I mean, normally the Barrell products are about $85 and up, and this one at $55 is quite attractive. I think. I'm going to go 7.5 on this.
Oh, we got a half for
it. Yeah, I think that it's enough for me where I think at that price point it's a really interesting, unique, tasty bourbon that you're not going to get. I mean, I can't think of anything quite like it off the top of my head. So it's 7.5 for me.
Okay.
All right. So again, we'll do the computations at home because we're all too stupid to do that in our head. But
20.5.
Yeah, it's 20.5 right now.
Divided by 3.
Yeah, well, that's the part where it's tricky. Yeah, but it'll come up with 6 point something.
I don't think we can use halves anymore. We have to use 3/4. Just make it a lot easier.
We use whatever we want. We just need a calculator. That's all right. All right. Well, again, I would say very happy with this one. I think that if you want to let it sit for a little while, a week, a month, whatever, I think you're going to be just even happier with it after the first crack. So there's Barrell Foundation Bourbon, 5-year-old. Look for it on a shelf near you. Thanks for Barrell for actually supplying us with this bottle. And but I have no problem laying out the scratch to buy one after experiencing how fruity and tasty it is.
Cheers.
Hey guys, cheers.
Cheers. Have a good night, everybody.